LGBTQ 1 Minute News, let's queer up health. AIDSWATCH 2026 empowered LGBTQ advocates to push HIV policy change on Capitol Hill. At AIDSWATCH 2026 in Washington on March 16th, advocates emphasize preparation, storytelling, and direct engagement with lawmakers to advance HIV policy. Participants were trained to communicate lived experiences effectively in congressional meetings. Meetings were held with staff for Senator Ashley Moody, Congressman Jared Moskowitz, and Congresswoman Sheila Cherfilus-McCormick. And in each meeting, there was agreement to continue pushing forward on HIV-related priorities, key issues, including modernization of HIV criminalization laws, expanding access to long-acting injectable treatments, reinforcing U=U science, and ensuring sustained ADAP and HOPWA funding to support care and housing stability. I was honored to be a recipient to go to this from AIDS United, who allowed me to come to this. I was trained for 2 days once I got through airport security. But yeah, that was the best. Yeah,
that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, it was amazing to go because I thought I've never done this before, and I thought how to go and figure out. They talk about how you can talk about your story and that how to research what they voted for on past bills that might have been able to support what you're asking them to do. So how you can make your story when you talk to them relevant to them. So I met with all three of them, and the first one was nervous. It was a senator, and it was like, when I did the research on her, it was about HIV policy for criminalization was the thing, because she would have the most impact on the law change for criminalization again for HIV. And so explaining to them about bringing the science to date of doing U=U, because now if somebody's arrested and it's let's say a sex worker and they're HIV positive, they're prosecuted trying to transmit HIV even if they're undetectable.
Wow.
So right.
Crazy.
So the laws don't match where we are. So things like that, learning that, and then be able to go in and talk to them. And they were so willing to sit down and talk and understand and agree that yes, we're trying to push it. We need more. A lot of them didn't understand injectables, didn't understand how that played to U=U. So it was really an amazing event.
I think we have to realize that outside of our community, how the straight community does not talk about this topic, and in many cases things like, oh,
they don't know.
Is HIV still a thing? You hear all of these things. So I think sharing those stories is, especially with senators, again, this is not in their wheelhouse, so they're not talking about it on a daily basis. So it doesn't mean that they're just not educated. So telling the story and sharing it personally is the best medicine.
Yep.
Save lives.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so. Yeah. Absolutely.
Great work.
Well, that is an LGBTQ 1 Minute news story. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.